Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is, what's today? Wednesday, November 6th. It is 6:20 right now. Market's gonna open in about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a few things here to update and we should be good to go. All right, looks like we are good to go here. So let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right, let's see. So as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here. Going down to the 15-minute. It's probably not going to be much liquidity here since everything got wiped out during post-election. Yeah, there's not really too much here. All right, got that marked up. All right, guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, November 6th. It is 6:23 right now. Market's going to open in about 7 minutes. I marked up liquidity. So the closest level of liquidity above is at 43,635. And the closest level below is at 43,564. So those are the two closest levels of liquidity for today. Today's breakout is going to be a bit tricky. So I'm not sure if I'm going to take the breakout unless it's a buy. I think market's going to be bullish for at least on open. So as you guys know, Trump has won the presidency. It was pretty much what we were expecting. Market was super bullish after he won, of course. And I think the market's going to continue to be bullish. So I think the market will continue to be bullish for probably the rest of the year. And then probably by next year, the market will start to drop a little bit once he starts to implement, a lot of the policies that he pretty much hinted of. So we'll see what happens here. Let's see. Hey, Daniel, morning. Yeah, Daniel said morning. Have you seen the market fly 1,000 points in the middle of the night before? Um, I was kind of expecting that. I've seen it happen like during COVID. So during COVID, yeah, we've seen stuff like that happen, but not necessarily. Um, Actually, no, for elections night, well, I wasn't really trading like on election day when Trump was first president. So I'm not sure how it looked like when he was first president, but it was like that during COVID because, obviously new vaccines had come out and stuff like that. Closures would happen and stuff like that. And you'd see a lot of spikes in price. But I can't say for sure. how it was last time Trump won. Last time Trump won, I was trading, but I wasn't trading on like certain days. Like I wouldn't trade on news days. There's like specific days I would just avoid. Like days like this, I would typically avoid, but this time around we will be trading. So yeah, I know it's pretty nuts, right? If you guys look at it on a bigger scale, so if you look at it from I mean, even the daily time frame, this thing spiked right here from last night up until today, over 1,000 points. Pretty much everything spiked up if you guys kind of looked at it. And that's why I think there's going to be a continuation today. Um, so I'm most likely only going to take the breakout if it is a buy. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for and looking for here. But I mean, we'll see. It's 6:26 right now. We'll know the direction of the breakout in about 3 minutes. And then we'll go from there. Morning, CJ. Morning, Lila. Morning, Jonathan. Morning, everybody. So it looks like we are, for the most part, good here. All right. So the live stream for today is only for the Zoom chat. The YouTube is a list. It's streaming, but it's unlisted. So whoever got lucky enough to get into the live stream on the YouTube is on there. But there's not very many people on there. So this is mainly just gonna be us guys on the Zoom for today. So I'll be calling out the direction of the breakout out loud. Like I just said, guys, if you guys are just joining, Trump won the presidency overnight. So I'm mainly going to look for a buy here for the breakout. If we don't get a buy for the breakout, I might just skip the breakout for today because I do think price will be bullish on open. And it'll probably be bullish for the rest of the year until December. And then I think next year price will become bearish because, Trump's policies, he has a lot of tariffs that he's going to enforce. So things are going to become more expensive. He's going to be pushing for a weaker dollar. The war with Ukraine is gonna start to hurt because, Trump is very strong on not sending Ukraine any more money. So a lot of things in the world are going to change over the next couple of months, guys. Trump is super against sending money to Ukraine. The big thing in the Middle East is Biden was preventing Israel from attacking, Hezbollah and stuff like that in Palestine. And I think now that Trump is president, he's going to give them full reign. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to be changing around the world, guys. Just not to scare anyone, but there is going to be a lot of change, of course. And we'll see where that ends up taking us. Hey, Johnny, morning. All right, guys, we got market opening up in about a minute. So we are getting the direction of the breakout now. All right, guys, so the direction for the breakout today is going to be a buy. I'll mark up here, whether I think we need to flip it, but I think it's going to be a buy for sure. So we got market opening up shortly in about 30 seconds. Okay, we might have to take this no, I think I'm still going to take the buy either way. So we got market opening up shortly in about 15 seconds. Breakout is going to be for a buy today. We got market opening up in about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Market is now open. A little bit of some choppiness right here on open.
Order filled.
57.
Target filled.
All right, full TP right there.
Target filled.
All right, full TP right there, guys, for our breakout for the day. A lot of choppiness right there. Whew, that's tricky.
Filled.
Okay, so all the accounts, I got some crazy, crazy slippage, guys, across all of my accounts today. I got out of that. There was no need for me to hold on to that position. Yeah, I got out quick. So full TP on the breakout right there for a buy. Stanley said 50-50. Yeah, it's been 50-50 for the past couple, I mean, for the past week now, I think. We're doing 50-50 because of the market volatility. Market's been going sideways for the past couple weeks. So yeah, we've been doing 50-50 for, I mean, we're keeping it at 50-50 for a while until the volatility picks back up and it starts to move normal. So there we go with the breakout, guys. Full TP on that move there. My profits are going to be kind of all over the place because a lot of spiky movement there. Anyways, there goes a breakout for the day, guys. Full TP. So let me take a screenshot of this and then I'm going to close out my hedge fund laptop and then I will keep trading scalps. Yeah, I wasn't gonna risk holding on to that thing for too long. Thought the market was gonna be kind of all over the place. And it was. And I was only gonna take a buy, which I did. And it played out perfect. All right, so we got liquidity on both sides. I mean, depending on which side you decided to take, there's liquidity below, liquidity above. So if you took liquidity down here, that was a full TP. If you took liquidity above here, also full TP. So about three liquidity pushes that hit full TP this morning. Jamie caught the liquidity. Yeah, definitely. Nice work, Jamie. CJ said that breakout was nice, happened super fast. Yeah, it did exactly what we were aiming for, right? That's the type of breakout that we want and that we need. So full TP on that right there. Other than that, we got two levels of liquidity right here that also got hit. That's a nice full TP. Now I'm going to be looking for some market flow V2. So I'm going to be looking for price to come back for retracement and come right back up. Right, we're going to be looking for that to just continue. Going up, keep going up, keep going up. That is what we are aiming for here. Anyways, here are my profits, guys. So I took the breakout right here. Pretty smooth push to the upside. It shot straight up, hit full TP. Here are my accounts. So for my main account over here, I locked in 1,465. Supposed to be 1,500, but obviously there's some slippage there. Looking over here at the other hedge fund account, so they made 350. It was just kind of all over the place. Some people made more than they were supposed to. Some people made less. But either way, it was a winning day across the board. You can see over here all the other accounts. They're like scattered all over the place. We had one over here made 1,500, 1,375, 1,275, 1,230, 1,020, 1,020, 1,020, 410, 435, 435, 425, 165, and down here as well. So yeah, I mean, it was kind of what I was expecting, and I needed to get out of the position. So if I held on to it, it could have ended bad. So yeah, there goes that. If you're going for the 100-100, I mean, the 100-100 could still work out as well. Looks like either way, I mean, depending on which one you took, doesn't really matter. Or the 100-100 is still running actually right now. But yeah, that's why we changed it to 50-50 because I don't want to be caught in this position for too long, right? We're already 5 minutes into the market. Breakout's supposed to hit as a breakout. So that's why we took it for 50-50 so that it could hit when it's supposed to hit. Yeah, Rashida said, yeah, hers was all different too. Yeah, it was expected. There's a ton of volatility. So like right now for Ninja Trader, they actually emailed me. They said, hey, you need double margin for today. If you're going to trade today, you need double margin because market's going to be crazy. They already knew market was going to be moving kind of all over the place. So yeah, I mean, just expect slippage today, guys. There's going to be a lot of choppiness, back and forth movement. there's a high level, market flow V2 that just came up right here. I think I'm gonna hold off for a little bit for these entries because I mean it looks like it hit obviously, but I'm gonna hold off for a little bit because the volatility right now is just a little too crazy. You guys can see right here the ATR is currently 67. I've never seen the ATR this high in a long time. So you might want to chill out for a little bit, guys, if you're looking to take these scalps. Or if you're taking these scalps, I mean, you should probably have a really wide TP stop loss. You might even want to double it. Instead of doing a 30-30, you might want to do a 60-60 because the ATR is extremely high right now. Yeah, Kong said it's called the Trump effect. Jason said, no, that's a breakout. Go Trump. From last night, he's in buys, made money from Asia, London, then New York. Yeah, no, definitely, Jason. Nice work. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is the Trump effect, guys. That's why today for the breakout, I mentioned, I was like, I'm probably only going to take this if it's a buy. Gladly, it was a buy, played out perfect, went straight to TP. And now we're getting this choppiness. So if you guys want to take a market flow V2, guys, I wouldn't go anything lower than like a 30 TP, 30 stop loss at least, because it's pretty choppy right now. The entry for this is going to be right here at the 650 mark. So if you're looking to take that entry right there for a market flow V2, that's where your entry is going to be. Looks like it already filled. Again, I'm not going to mess with the trade here. I'm just going to follow it. I think the volatility is just a little too high right now. So if you're looking to take this, you can go for the full 30, or if you want to just go for the 10 points, I'll mark up the 10 line right there. Or if you want to go for the full 30, I mean, you can do that too. It's just, you guys can see the volatility here. This thing is way too volatile for scalps right now. I mean, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. I like volatility, but I don't like choppy volatility. This is probably gonna hit TP right there for the 10 points at least. Yep, full TP right there for the 10 points. And then it's probably gonna push up to the full TP right there for 30 as well. Full TP right there, guys. So yeah, if you guys are taking these entries, I mean, they're hitting. It's just, can you stomach the pain? Like if you're here's a problem. If you get hit in slippage and then your entry like ends up being like way up here or way down here, this is where you get screwed. If you get perfect entry, then perfect, that's great. But the problem is if you don't get perfect entry, that's where you kind of get screwed because you're gonna get hit with that slippage. So I think I could take these trades maybe on just my Apex. Well, I mean, obviously I would only take it on my Apex, but I would have to get in at exact price. Like right here, you got to get in at 650. If you get in anywhere below that, anywhere above that, you might get burnt. So just keep that in mind and make sure to move your stop loss and profit to, I use the trailing stop at 10 points. So just want to be a little careful, guys. And I'm just looking out for you guys. You guys can do whatever you want, but I'm just looking out for you guys because the last thing I want you to do is go in a downward spiral today. Today is not the day to revenge trade or overtrade or make any mistakes because you can't make any mistakes today. Like one mistake could blow your account because the volatility right now is pretty nuts. Like right now it's actually moving pretty decent right now. And there you go, again, another full TP. So if you took both the entries here, guys, that's about 60 points full TP right there. The thing that I'm most worried about is the spike, right? Because the spike's going to happen eventually. You can see your price is going back and forth. Eventually price is going to spike. And if it spikes really hard to the upside or the downside, I mean, it could be a good thing or a bad thing. The reason why I think there's going to be a huge spike is because the ATR is extremely high and it's holding. Typically, if it doesn't hold, it'll like drop. It'll start to slow down a little bit, but right now it's still holding. So yeah, if you guys want to take another entry is going to be right here at the 60 mark. I'll probably hop into maybe at least one trade, but I need to like be selective about which ones I decide to take because yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm gonna wait for it to kind of slow down a little bit. So I actually wanted to go sideways like this again, like it did right here before I take the entry. Like I'm not going to put my pending order here and then price is like way up here, right? Because if price is way up here and it drops down super sharply, it might just fill my order and go straight to my stop loss. So what I'm going to wait for here is I'm going to wait for price to go sideways here a little bit. And then once it goes sideways again, I'm going to put my pending order there to fill it and then try to just, shoot up to the TP basically. So Yeah, if you guys are looking to take entry is going to happen right here at the 70 mark. Yeah, Rashida said I've been in NQ buy since Friday on my personal account. It's been good. Nice. Solid. Yeah, it seems like everyone's doing pretty good today. Looking over here at Jamie's profit. So Jamie said, not sure why my coffee beer gave different amounts. It's because of the slippage, Jamie. But your slippage is crazy. I think, well, this is like a pretty big difference. I think you just got in at the spike, so the slippage there probably like went super in your favor. I'm assuming this is how much profit you were supposed to make, 1,560, and you made at 3,480 on the other account. So it seems like the other account had some slippage, but in a good way for you. So this is what I was warning about, guys. I'd be kind of careful about this right here because the big spikes, that's what'll really screw up your account, right? Because these big spikes are coming through. They're just kind of tricky. Kind of want to wait for it to consolidate down there a little bit. There's just a lot going on right now. Price right here. All right, so the next one is going to be right here at the 80 mark. Yeah, Sam said not trading, just watching all-time high. Yeah, no, for sure. I'm with you with that, Sam, right now. I'm being very, very cautious about my entries. I don't know if you were here for the breakout. The breakout hit full TP, so that was nice. Yeah, Jamie here locked in some pretty nice profit. She got hit the slippage. The slippage is pretty heavy. She made an extra 2,000, it looks like, because she was supposed to make 1,560. She made 3,480. It's a big slippage right there. And obviously you guys can see my accounts right here as well. So breakout was nice. I like the breakout, but everything else, these scalps are kind of tricky at the moment. Like Sam said, we're at the all-time high. So we'll probably get some choppiness around here. Thanks, Jamie. So Jay was asking if someone can tell him what 40% consistency is for the 150K account. So yeah, basically what Jamie said right there, it's 30%. So like basically you take the highest profit of the day and divide it by 30. So you can't make anything basically lesser than that. You got to just keep within the percentile. I know it's a little confusing, but basically, yeah, you just divide your biggest profit, your highest profit by 30. You can pull up your stats under like Trade of 8 or NinjaTrader, depending on what broker you're using. It'll typically tell you like what your highest profit is per day for a day on there. All right, so I'm looking over here real quick, guys. Price is kind of consolidating right here a bit. So like the 680 mark right there could be possible entry. Just a little tricky right here. I can't get my exact price. I can't get into it here. Price is below it. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on these entries. I was gonna try to put a pending order right there at the 380, but price is already below it. And we have a sell signal right here. I mean, this will probably swing back up, but it's moving too fast. I can't put these pending orders in here. Actually, Jay said made 1,500 yesterday and 1,800 today. Hopefully I'm good. No, you're fine. That's not a big difference. It would affect it if you made like 1,500 yesterday, then you made like 100 today. Then that would make a difference. I think you'd probably violate the 30% rule if that was the case. All right, so the trade came back up right here. It looks like it already hit TP. So hit TP right there for 10 points. If you guys took it, I didn't take the trade, but if you guys took it, looks like it came up right there and hit TP. I think I'm gonna hold off, guys. I don't like the way it's moving right now. You guys see this right here? It's super, super choppy. There's definitely no market flow right here. This is basically similar to like the previous markets that we've kind of dealt with. The only difference here is that the volatility is higher. So we're still in the choppy market that we've been in. It's just the difference here is that the volatility is a lot higher, so you're getting these spikes. Like it's just spiking back and forth. Go on the daily real quick. Let's go on the weekly actually. Yeah, so we're at the very all-time high right now. Yeah, you guys want to be careful at the all-time high. Like a regular all-time high would be fine, but because of what's specifically happening today, it's a little tricky. The all-time high is actually right here. It's where the liquidity is sitting. We are getting close to it. I think price is probably going to retest it. So I think buys are still in the books for today. It's just you guys can see how these candles are moving right here. So let's go to a clean chart real quick. You guys see how these candles here are kind of spiking all over the place. This is where you don't want to get caught because if your stop loss is too tight, you can get stopped out in either way. Like I'm okay if it's like climbing up. So if we get a slow climb to the upside, something like this, okay, perfect, right? That's fine. But we're not getting that. We're getting this, right? So you can get lucky or you can get unlucky. And you don't want to trade with luck. You want to trade with skill. So right now, there's not really much skill that can be implemented in this type of market right here. This is all luck because if you're, if you get in a little too high and it pulls back, you get stopped out. You get in a little low, pulls right back up, you just kind of get lucky. But there's nothing really going on here. Price is really just going sideways. So let me go over here and mark up the levels real quick. I mean, realistically, it looks like the levels looks like the chop is right between these two levels right here. Between the 700 and the 650 mark. It's a pretty clean chop. So price is just chopping in between these two levels right here. I mean, there's higher levels, of course, if you wanted to draw those up, but right now it's really just between the 700 and the 650. Price hasn't really gone past this area. See this right here? This is where people get chopped up there and down here. Yeah, it's a little tricky. Yeah, these wicks are crazy. You guys see these wicks right here? This wick right here is about 50 points. It's not a small wick. It looks like a small wick, but this wick is like 50 points right there. Um, yeah, this wick above is enough to stop you out. So, I mean, if you want to trade within this little range right here, you can. It's just, I mean, I personally wouldn't risk it. If you really just want to catch the bounces, if you're really trying to catch the bounces off these zones here or like the levels, you can do that as well. But the thing is, it's not always going to bounce, right? Like right now, it is bouncing, and you can probably catch that bounce right back up. But there's going to be times where it doesn't bounce and it pulls down and you're going to get screwed. So I would personally just sit out of it right now and just wait. So again, right there, like price can likely bounce off this area. This is like a very common strategy that a lot of people like to trade. They like to trade within the box, right? It's called like box trading. You have a box here, and then you just catch the bounces. Bounce, 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 bounce. And then you have wide enough stop loss to basically protect your position. But yeah, I'm definitely not going to mess with this here. I'm going to wait for some direction. We're probably not going to get some direction until a little bit later, closer to like, say, like 9 o'clock. I think we're going to get choppiness from now until 8. From 8 till 9, we'll get some consolidation. Then after that, we'll get some direction, or we might get some direction here. So it's looking like price is attempting to push to the downside. You can see over here that we had the consolidation. And now that price is done consolidating, so we got some consolidation right here. Now we can look for price to possibly drop lower and lower and lower, of course. All right, so if that becomes the case, then I'm fine with taking sells here. It's got to wait for that confirmation. I got to look for price to come below, retest, come below, retest, come below, retest, etc. So I'm all right with the sells here. I just need price to follow. Now that price is below here, I can draw a couple more levels. Maybe another one below it. All right, so got the levels right there marked up. So you can see the big range. This is where market opened down here. This is the big range. The initial consolidation was up here. This is why I don't like trading sideways strategies, because you can get lucky until you get unlucky and price actually goes through it, right? That's why for me personally, I don't really like trading sideways strategies. The only sideways strategy that I typically would apply would be the V1 variation. But the V1 variation can be applied in a directional form. So for example, over here, price is currently below the pivots. What I would look for here is I'd look for price to retrace down, come back up, come right back down. I look for a V1 variation to happen up here. So I would trade sideways strategies, but only in the direction of the trend or the direction of momentum, of course. Right here, there's a pending sell signal. Price is currently at the sessions. Price here may fake out, just like it did over here, right? Price, you can see whenever price comes down to the sessions right here, it fakes out, comes right back up. Price will kind of go around here, fake out, shoot up, come back down, fake out, shoot up, come back down, fake out, shoot right back up, right? It's the same pattern, just kind of repeats itself. So what I would look for here is I would look for a reaction. So I would look to see if this here ends up faking out super quickly, or if it ends up continuing down lower. Because if it continues down lower, then it's probably going to continue dropping from here. But you want to look out for the fake out. The thing that you want to look out for is a strong reaction to the zone. You guys can see the strong reaction right here. Price came down, came up, came down, came right back up, and then it shot up higher. So same with this right here. The reaction that you want to look for is see how price reacts to this price point down here. See if price comes down sharply. Like for example, if this comes down sharp and then you have a strong green candle after it, like that, then you're probably gonna expect it to break and retest and climb right back up here. Because we have this whole range right here for price to come back and retest. And there goes that reaction that I was talking about. It wasn't a strong reaction. So if this candle shot all the way up and it was like a strong green candle like this one right here, then I would expect it to correct back up. But because we didn't get that, I would just keep waiting to see for a better confirmation. Just look at the price action, basically. That's really what you have to look at. Look at what the candles are telling you. Usually it'll tell you a story. You just have to like read the candles properly. Like right here, this is more of a it's more of a break of structure, consolidation, and then from here you're going to see some sort of reaction. I think price here will kind of sit here for a little bit, maybe for a candle or two, and then eventually it's going to confirm whether it's going to actually retest it and come down further, or if it's going to break above it and pull back into the range. So just watch these candles here and see what happens, right? Like if you see a strong green candle here and you start to see a buy signal come up, then odds are it's probably going to correct back up. First target's going to be opening price right here. That's probably where it's going to go first. If you don't get that strong green candle, then price will probably continue dropping. You got to think about, we have liquidity down here, right? We got liquidity down here. So there's basically two targets here. Price is either going to come down and knock out this liquidity, or it's going to push up and return back to opening price. So, for the most part, just see what's going to play out here. Yeah, Sam said price may destroy sellers and go back up. That's what I see right there, Sam. I'm looking for a liquidity sweep down here, probably. Sweep the liquidity down here, fake out, and then come right back up to opening price. And then possibly come back even higher to this range up here. There's just a lot of different scenarios here that can play out. That's why I don't like trading these sideways moves. I prefer to trade the directional movements. Again, right here, there's no confirmation, right? If you look at the price action, there's no strong candles here. They're very indecisive. So it's still going sideways here. I think it's going to go sideways, but it's going to be a slow move down. So I think price will probably go sideways here a bit, but like slowly move down to trigger the liquidity sweep and then probably come right back up there. So now that we have this here, look at how price reacts to liquidity down here. So there's not much of a reaction right here. So this is kind of a toss-up. There's no direction of price from this point. Now what you want to look for here is when price comes down to the liquidity, if it comes down to liquidity, look at how it reacts to it right here. Like if we get a wick rejection off the liquidity down here, then it's probably going to push right back up. You just got to be smart on a day like this, guys. Like, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys are excited and you want to take trades because Trump just won the election, but you should be doing the opposite. You should be looking for reasons not to take a trade, right? I always tell you guys that like it's easy to it's easy to win trades and to get lucky winning trades, but it's really hard to know when not to trade. I think that's the biggest thing with trading, and a lot of things. That's one of the biggest things that people don't understand. It's not really about winning; it's about avoiding losses. And that falls in line with risk management. A lot of people think risk management is just doing a high RR or using a proper contract size, but realistically, it's understanding when not to trade. Because that's really what will blow your account, right? It's not that your strategy sucks. It's just that the person applying the strategy sucks at controlling their emotions and being disciplined. So right now, I'm being super disciplined. I'm just trying to wait for some sort of confirmation here, some sort of reaction. So looking at this right here, this may be a possible CV pattern. Now I take that back. The green candle actually dropped lower. So looking at this here now as well is we have a lower low here. So now that we have a lower low at this point, you can look for a possible reversal, right? So if you look back, whenever you see a higher high or a lower low, if you look at the price action, you can, for the most part, you can pretty much time the reversal, right? Like right now we have a lower low right here. This could be setting up for a possible high-low momentum scalp. So we have a lower low right here. If price climbs back up and we get a buy signal that breaks and closes past pivots 1 and 2, then that will be a high-low momentum scalp entry, right? It's just basic price action, guys. Like, I feel like a lot of people like to overcomplicate it and give it some like complicated name, but it's just basic price action. My indicators over here show you price action. That's literally what's happening, right? My high-low indicator will identify where the tops and bottoms are. So you can identify where the bottom's at. There's a possible bottom at this point right here. Like I said, there's price pushing up. So you can see how price here is attempting to push up. That's a price action we're looking for. We're looking for a reaction to where price is currently at. This might not be it. Like this might not be the push to the upside. Price might come back down, sweep the liquidity, establish a new lower low, and then push right back up, right? Or we just might push back up right here where it's currently at. So just got to be smart about it, guys, and wait for that confirmation. Yeah, Sam said, yeah, I never sell at all-time high. It may do a big bottom wick and boom, Trumpify. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Sam. And you're being really smart about it too, and I'm glad you are. Because I know a lot of people would just take random trades, right? They think, okay, it's at a low point, and then they just want to go and take that trade and pray that it'll go up. So we have that high-low momentum scalp setting up right here, guys. There goes a price action I was just talking about. We have a lower low. We have price pushing up right here. This buy signal needs to break and close above the blue pivot, right? If this buy signal breaks and closes past the blue pivot, then that's going to be the price action that you're looking for. Basically, my indicators over here did all the work for you. You were able to identify the lower low here without actually drawing it up. You can see price is now pushing up with price action. Now you're just waiting for that momentum here to close. You can see if the candle is strong, it'll close. But if it's not strong, it's not going to close. So that's the key thing here. You just got to pay attention, right? Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm just going to get in right now, right? What happens when you get in? Pulls back, stops you out. You got to wait for that confirmation. So right here, this could be an invalid, and it'll probably just come right back down to sweep the liquidity. Yeah, so invalid right there. No high-low momentum scalp at that point. So now that we're back here at the sessions, again, you want to look at how price reacts to it. The main thing that you guys want to focus on, and I feel like this is something a lot of people don't pay attention to, is they just try to get in right away. When price gets near these what we call red flags or like structures, you want to see how price reacts to it. So here, price is reacting to it now, right? It's now reacting to it. The thing with this here is I wouldn't chase this because now that price is pushing up, what happened to everybody who didn't enter the buys? I think it might fake out again and come right back down for a retest of it. So you just got to be smart about the entries, guys. If you miss the entry and you don't identify the reaction, then just wait for the next one. There's going to be another reaction at some point. But it pretty much did what we were looking at right here with the lower low. This lower low established the floor, and then now it's pushing back up to opening price, which was our initial target. So, and there we go. And like I said, price is coming back down to basically shake people out. This is why scalping is super difficult for most people because it's really easy to get shaken out of a position, right? If you get in too early, you get in too late, it's easy to get shaken out. It's really all based off timing if you're trading something like this specifically. Like a lot of people say you can't time a trade, you can definitely time a trade. Especially when especially when the volatility is this high. So the volatility is still very high, as you guys can see. The ATR is currently at 43 right now. It's been consistently above 40 for the past, pretty much since market open. Initially, it was at 60 points, went down to 50, now it's at 43. Still very high. Yeah, exactly. Nikki said, but it's on the sessions. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't have taken it there because it's right at the sessions. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know exactly how I look at the market, right? Like when I look at the market, I look for reasons not to take a trade. I'll find an entry and I'm like, okay, should I take this entry or should I not? Even though it's a valid entry, I look at reasons for me not to take it because, probably like one out of three times, it's basically going to be a dud, right? That's why you have to choose the ones that are more proper versus every single trade that comes up. So this right here is basically a breakout V3 continuation, right? It's BV3C, the buy signal, green candle following it, and it climbed up higher, but it's right at the opening price. So that's a red flag. It gave me a reason not to take the trade. All right, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, I still wouldn't chase this here, guys. The price action looks pretty decent, but I still wouldn't chase it. I would probably look for price to come back and retest the opening price right here, and then look for the confirmation back up. Because the thing is, I feel like this is such a tricky market. It's not like your normal type market where you see the price action, you're like, okay, this is for sure going to go up. For me, I think this is something where I'm like, okay, price is going to push up, then it'll consolidate a little bit, and then maybe climb back up higher. So what I would personally be looking for here is I'll be looking for a possible, and there goes a retest that I just told you guys about, right? Retest of opening price. So, if you want to take these entries, you can catch the retest, basically break and retest. You have your pending order just waiting right there for it to come down and fill. Very similar to a market flow V2. So what I would look for here is I would look for that retest and then look for it to continue up first, and I'll take the next retest that comes down. So the next time it comes down to retest the pivots, this is where I'll take my entry. I just want to make sure it's actually pushing up and it's not just faking out here and it comes right back into the range. Because if you look over here at the clean chart, I mean, price hasn't really gone anywhere. So market opened up right here at 630. If you follow how price moved here, it hasn't really gone anywhere. It initially came down, came right back up, came down, came right back up, and it looks like we might get a tighter consolidation range right here where it ends up actually climbing up. So I would wait for the confirmation here before you like really take a deep dive into here because it looks like price is now going to consolidate within this middle area. But who knows? I could be wrong. I could be right. The analysis right now is there's just too many opportunities for like there's too many different ways to analyze the market right now. For me personally, I like to analyze it in one way. Right now, I just don't feel comfortable with it where it's currently sitting. So once the pivots here start to shift, that's what I'm going to look for. Once the pivots here start to shift back up, then I'll look for that retest. So I'll look for it to come up a little bit, retest, come up a little bit, retest. That's what I'd be looking for. Just do not see it yet. So the pivots here are pushing up. I need these pivots to push up a little bit higher. And see, entry would happen right here at the 630 mark. So if price continues to climb up a little bit higher, entry could happen right here at the 630 mark. Or even if it consolidates a little bit. So if it just consolidates here for a little bit, I'm liking that the volatility here is starting to slow down too. That's a good sign. All right. Let's see if the pivot is pushed up a little bit. 630. Okay, so this might be a good time to, if you guys want to, put a pending order right there at the 630 mark. Or it actually pushed up a little higher. So now at the 640. So you guys see how it broke and retest right here? Now you're having a little bit of confirmation that price is actually going to climb up a little more. Haven't put my pending order on there yet. Just kind of want to see how price here moves. I don't like when it pushes up this hard. Like when it pushes hard like this, you want to be careful because it might just retrace back a little bit and then come back down. Preferably, I like when price is going sideways, similar to how it was moving over here, so that it's a bit of a smoother entry point. And market's super unpredictable. I guess it was moving pretty decent. If we didn't have this big green candle right here, I would consider it like a pretty decent move because price was going to climb up slowly, like a staircase move. But now that we've had this big candle here, it's just a little tricky because now you can get some manipulation back down. Like I don't like when the range gets pushed out super far like that. If it was just ranging between this small area right here, it'd be perfect. But now that it pushed up like that, now we have a big range. I mean, it wouldn't matter. There's still no entry here. So it just keeps getting moved up a little higher. It ends up pushing up higher. Let's be at the 50 mark now. And there we go. Obviously, if price climbs up higher, target price point is going to be the liquidity up here. Nice. Sam said he bought the break and retest for a 120 TP stop loss. Nice. Solid. That's where I was trying to get in from. I was trying to get in right there at the break and retest of the opening price, but then at this point we had this huge candle right here. I was hoping price would just consolidate here a little bit so I can just get in again as it retested, but it didn't retest. It just shot right through. So it's all good. It is what it is. I'm not gonna hop in now. It's a little too late. I'll see if there's anything here if price can come down a little more. But we're currently at the 50. If price climbs up higher, we just move it back up higher to the 60. It's just continued push from there. I guess I'll just wait here for a second. All right, I'm curious, man. Big spike candle right there. All right. Had a couple people ask about the YouTube live stream. Yeah, whoever's in the YouTube live stream right now, if you're on time every day, you'll make it to YouTube live stream. So YouTube live stream is not broadcasted to the public; it's unlisted right now. So if you're able to get on like right at 6:20, if you're on time, you'll make it. But if you're not on time and you're late, then you're gonna miss it on days other than Tuesday, Thursday. Today's Wednesday, so it's mainly for the Zoom, but I'll broadcast it tomorrow. So whoever's in here, you guys are just on time. Or you guys are on time. You guys are on time, well, the time that you should be on. Barack just messaged me. He's usually on the stream. He's like wondering because he saw our profits. He's just confused why he couldn't get on. Nice. So Sam said he booked 50%, so technically risk-free. Nice work, Sam. So Sam took his trade here. He's now letting a runner go. Yeah, hopefully that runner goes up to the liquidity here because that's gonna be a nice push. You got in right here from the open. Yeah. So if you're going for 100, you should hit your TP before then. It doesn't retrace back at all. All right, so if you guys are looking for entries, entry would happen right here at the 680 mark. This is for the market flow V2. The price is a bit overextended right now, though. Yeah, I think price is a little overextended. I'll see if it consolidates here. If it consolidates for a bit, then I'll put my penny order right there at the 680 mark. Because the target's still pretty high up to reach the liquidity above. All right, I'll put my penny order right there. Full TP. That was nice. So this is what I like, guys. So full TP right there, as you guys can see. I don't know.
Order filled.
There you go, order filled. All right, I'm all out.
Order filled.
There we go. That was a super, super smooth move right there, guys, for a market flow V2. So like I said, I like when the market consolidates like this sideways. I don't like when there's those big spikes, but it played out perfect. It went straight to my 30 points. I locked in 1,400 per account. Thank you, Trump. Man, this is what we wanted. So we've been waiting for this for a while for the volatility to pick up. It's finally up, and this is the type of market that we want to be in. Time right now is 7. Entries are like 7:15. All right. So there goes the entry right there. Let me screenshot these are my Apex accounts. So I pretty much recouped my loss from that other trade I took earlier this week, that accidental trade. Or it was an accidental trade. It was like I got in and then price spiked and I had to get out because of the sell signal. But yeah, pretty decent today. Not a bad day. I know a lot of people are scared to trade today, which makes sense. But I'm just waiting for these good entries to come up, and they come up pretty smoothly. So today's been a pretty great day for me. So pretty much everyone who's here should be pretty good. Um, anyways, yeah, Sam said thanks for YouTube. I'm here because of your analysis, risk-free, so it doesn't care anymore. Yeah, no, definitely, Sam. So yeah, if you guys want to be on the YouTube stream, just be here on time. I'm gonna put the YouTube stream will be live at like 6:20. I'll probably have it live for like maybe a few minutes and then it'll go unlisted. So right now it's unlisted. There's only like 8 people here on YouTube stream. So whoever's here, you guys were here on time. The people who are kind of trickling a little late, they're not able to get on it. But tomorrow it'll be open to the public. Anyways, here are the trades we took for the day. We took the breakout this morning. That was a full TP. Here are my hedge fund accounts. So my personal account right here, I locked in 1,465. And then the hedge fund accounts down here locked in a bit of a mixed profit. Some with 350, some with 1,500, some with 500, some with more or less. So total profit on the hedge fund accounts. Let me just, I guess I could add these up real quick. 465, 350. 300, 1,500, 1,375, 275, 230. Plus 10, 5. Okay, so total profit of about 12,000 for my hedge accounts. That's how much I locked in for just the hedge accounts. Right here, I took the market flow V2. I had my stop loss movement profit at 10 points. It hit the full TP for 30 points right there. And I locked in a profit of 1,460 per account. So 1,460 times 20. So I locked in a total profit of, let's see, 11,965 plus 29,200. Profit of 41,165 for the day. I only took 2 trades. So you guys can see here, if you can stay consistent and just stay positive and optimal with the entries and what's going on here, this here, like you can make a lot of profit with just a couple trades. Obviously, you'd have to multiply your accounts, but for me, I'm looking for like 1 or 2 quality trades per day. Price came up over here and hit the liquidity that we were talking about, and it played out perfect. So my total profit for my hedge fund accounts was 11,965, and then my profit for my prop accounts right here for Apex, I locked in 29,200. So it's been a pretty good day so far. Pretty good day. So yeah, guys, if there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to put them in the chat. I'm looking at price right now. I don't know if there'll be more entries, right? Well, I mean, there can be, of course. I'll keep looking for entries here. But just looking at how the market's currently moving right now, we currently hit the top liquidity. So now that we've hit this top liquidity, I think might want to be careful for the retracement back down. I mean, it's really tempting to get back into a position right here. Next position would be right here at the 710 mark. So we'll follow it right here. I mean, technically, if you wanted to get in again right here earlier, Like right after I hit my TP, you could have. And she would have filled right here at the 700 mark and it pushed right up. Nice work, Sam. Yeah, Sam said he booked 60 pips or points, I guess. Sorry, 80 points. That's a pretty good move. That's a pretty good move, honestly. Like for point wise, that's pretty smooth. So again, if you guys want to take another trade, the next entry is going to happen right here at the 710, guys. 710. I'm not going to take this one right here. I'm going to wait. I think because price is at the liquidity right here, I'm worried that price is going to reverse back down and go back into the range. I mean, it could happen, it could not happen. But like I said, there's just a lot of uncertainty in the market right here. Typically, I like taking one trade per momentum, and that's basically the one I caught right there. Yeah, I mean, if you base your trades off like if you just look for the highest quality trade, then I mean that's all you really need. Like you say, because you could put your risk on that trade. Like for me, I put the risk that I normally would take on this trade, and I mean it played out pretty perfect. Yeah, Sam said my analysis matched your bullish. It helps a lot. I'm new, but trade support and resistance. Yeah, no, definitely. So the thing with me is like I like to take a multiple approach, like when analyzing the markets, right? I do look at support and resistance as well, and we can even take a look at that right now as well. So we have support and resistance right here, and you basically, so it looks like what you would have caught right there, what you looked for was a bounce off. Actually, it's perfect. It lines up exactly with what you took. So this lower area right here, I don't care so much about it, but let's just focus on this right here. So this is the bounce that you caught earlier, it looks like, or it might have been this one down here actually. Yeah. So I have my own indicator here. I mean, you've seen it before, Sam. This is the support resistance indicator. You're good at marking up your own, but I just do this because it's way easier. I don't have to actually look. So your entry actually happened right here, which is perfect. It would have lined up with my analysis here as well if I marked up the zones for you guys. So Sam basically caught the bounce right here, break and retest of support resistance. And then he wrote it all the way up to the liquidity up here, which is perfect. And it kept retesting here. So obviously it established a new zone here, but basically Sam's position right here was from this area. Got that break and retest off opening price. Rode it all the way to the top, which is perfect. And that's what I like doing. I like having this analysis here with these support resistance so that you guys can use that because everything kind of ties in, right? I do this here and I also have the whole numbers. Obviously, the zones here. So if you tie like two and two together, like you had the support resistance analysis, and then you also had this analysis right here where price is climbing the levels. Pretty much is the same thing. And then on top of that, we had the pivots here. So this is more of a dynamic. The thing with the pivots here is that it kind of acts like a dynamic support resistance, and that's what I like about it. So it's very similar to your analysis, but this here is just dynamic. So you just climbed up with it and followed it through. So if you guys took this other entry right here, guys, that I marked up, it hit full TP again right there. And it's now pushing to the all-time high. I believe this is the all-time high right here. Let's go over here to the daily time frame. Let's go to the weekly. Yes, we are currently at the all-time high now, guys. Almost there. And today's a pretty good day. See, this is what we were waiting for the elections. The elections, I mean, pre-elections, we had a lot of this like back and forth movement, and then now we're starting to get this bullish push, right? This just reminds me of the first time Trump became president. It's it's playing out pretty nicely. So I'm hoping the market stays this way, at least until the end of the year. We can, stack up as much profit as possible. All right, so now that we're really close to the all-time high, guys, I would be a little more cautious with your entries because I think price is eventually going to pull back. I mean, price might come up, sweep the high right here, and then maybe come back down, or it might just come down from where it's currently at right now. Who knows? My guess is that price is going to actually come up, sweep the high, and then once it sweeps the high right here, it's going to be one of two things that'll happen. So once price comes up and sweeps this all-time high, it's either going to blast right through it and then climb up even higher, and then maybe come down, right? That's like one case. That's like best case scenario. Best case scenario, this is what will happen. It blasts right through. What will likely happen is price might sweep the high and then come right back down immediately. It's yeah, it's a little bit of a tricky game here. So if you're looking to take entries, guys, the entry is going to happen right here at the 40 mark. See, Sam said I will use 10% of my profit and buy the ATM retest. Nice. Yeah, there's liquidity right here. It's kind of just sitting around this area. If you guys want to take an entry, it's going to be right here at the 740 mark. Nice. Yeah. Sam said 1 to 5 risk reward. Yeah, because if it comes up to this point right here, the all-time high, like I said, if it blasts right through it, which can likely happen, it could easily just blast right through. So we'll we'll see what happens here. I mean, there's like two things that will happen here. It's either going to blast right through it and then maybe come back down, or it might just flicker. So what might happen here is it might just trigger it and then come right back down from there. Or it might not even break through it. It might just touch it and come down from there. There's just a lot of different things here that can play through. Here we go. Price is going to go and touch the all-time high. All right, the entry is getting pushed up a little higher, guys. It's now at the 50 mark. So you can see with this market flow V2, it's kind of just following it, right? And you can see over here, it's pretty decisive. So you can see over here how price just pushes up, retest, pushes up, retest, pushes up, retest, pushes up, retest, etc. It's moving with the flow of market. We're now at the all-time high. Let's see how price reacts to it. Oh man. All right. So here we are at the all-time high. I probably wouldn't take the market flow V2 right here, guys, at this point. Because like I said, this is going to be an area of manipulation, right? There's too many things that can happen from this area. Price didn't blast right through it like we were kind of hoping for it to. So now that price is sitting right here, it can easily just come back down. So, I mean, I personally wouldn't take the entry here for a market flow V2. If you guys want to take it, I do have it marked up right there. It's at the 50 mark. So at the 43,750 price point, I mean, personally, I wouldn't take it, but if you wanted to take it, looks like the 10 points here just got hit. There you go. So full TP on the 10 points right there. And then now it is pushing up higher to the 30 points. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna risk it. It's too risky. Would have been nice though, but yeah, would have been nice. It's all good. So what we got over here. Yeah, Sam said he needs a candle close, like a nice candle close above, no FOMO. Yeah, ideally, if this thing swings back up, then it's probably gonna keep pushing up higher, guys, at this point. Yeah. So like Sam's looking for this to close up higher. I'm looking for it to, yeah, if it closes above the all-time high, this is the previous all-time high price. If it closes above it, I think it's gonna climb up higher. But again, this is why I wouldn't want to enter the trade here because I would have been stressed out in this position. It's just in an area where there's a lot of things that can happen. Whether it does go up, whether it goes down. And the thing with me is I'm trading with size. So I'm not inclined to take like every single entry that comes up. Ideally, I would like to push up though. So I would like this trade to hit, of course. But for me, it would just play such a big role in my trade psychology if I was holding on to something, but where I knew it'd be like the risk was just very high. All right. Still not much going on here. Thanks, Nikki. We have news going on right now. It's low to medium impact. It's gas stock change, right? Yeah. So just gas stock change right here. It happens every Wednesday. But thanks, Nikki, for the heads up on that. Looking over here at CNBC. Damn, look at all these guys over here at the NYSE with the Trump hats. It says Dow soars 1,300 points to a record. Russell 2K jumps 4% as Trump defeats Harris. Yeah. Makes sense. What Trump's election to the White House could mean for EVs. All right. So I'm gonna take this off right here. I don't want you guys to think I'm in the position. There's a sell signal that came up, so you were supposed to close out for a small profit or a small loss. For me, I would have been out of this position already because I have a trailing stop at 10 points. So when price pushed up to the 10 points, it would have pulled me out right there for a partial profit. This is what I was warning you guys about earlier. So that now that price is at the all-time high, I mentioned that this is what you want to be careful for because there's a couple different scenarios that could play out here. This first scenario didn't play out where price spiked above the all-time high, right? I mentioned if price is going to sit right here, it's probably going to reverse back down and pull back into the range. And that's exactly what happened here. We've seen this pattern happen one too many times. It's not like something new here. It's just something that's been happening. It usually happens wherever price gets to these liquidity points or all-time highs. It just fakes out at these structures. So as of now, I think for the most part, I'm pretty much, well, obviously I'm done trading for the day. I had a really good day today, so I'm not really going to risk anything else. Like I said, my totals over here are pretty solid. Made a total of 11,965 on all of my personal accounts, all the hedge fund accounts right here. If you're a hedge client, accounts looking great. Again, if you guys are interested to participate in the hedge fund right here, this is a white glove service. It's pretty much you don't do anything. Basically, I take the trade on my main account and it copies over to all of your accounts. The only thing here is that you need at least 10,000 minimum because you need to cover you need to cover the margin for the Ninja Trader broker. We trade on Ninja Trader, only US regulated broker. We don't trade on anything unregulated. So, your money's safe with this broker here. You're going to get proper withdrawals. Everything's going to be proper. Everything's going to go as smoothly as can be. So yeah, like I said, if you want me to trade for you guys, reach out to me. There's a couple of spots left. I'm saving a couple of spots for a couple other people, but for this here, basically you'll deposit the money into your account. You'll give me your login details. I add your account to my copier. My main goal is to make you profit, right? Because every month obviously, in order for you to send me money, I got to make you money. So the more profit I make you, the more profit I make. And that's what's going to make the world go around for this here. So yeah, here are the profits for everybody. These are all personal accounts. So it's my account and then whoever's a client to the hedge fund. In total, we made a profit of 11,965. And then down here for my profit accounts, this is different, of course. Obviously, the risk is a lot higher on this one because it's a prop account. I could take a bigger contract size. And these are all about the same. Locked in a total profit of 29,200 here. We have some more team profits here. So looking over here at the team profits, we had Jonathan here. He locked in a profit of 732 for the day. Nice work, Jonathan. Took the breakout on one account and he was done. And of course, Jamie over here, she locked in 3,480 on her first account and 1,560 on this account. So nice work right there, Jamie, on locking in that liquidity push from earlier this morning. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to hop into the chat. 7:37 right now. It's getting closer to 8 o'clock. As you guys know, as it gets closer to 8 o'clock, the volatility here starts to die down a little bit. So I'm probably going to expect price here to maybe come back into the range and then maybe sit down here for a bit until about 8 o'clock. You can see right here, it is coming back down. So price basically faked out right here. Now it's coming back into the range. It might sit here for a little bit, might come down here a little bit. And then eventually closer to 9, it'll probably start to have more of a direction. But I think price is overextended at this point. I think this is going to be the market structure for today. I mean, we may get a bigger bullish push if something happens in the news, like Trump announces something or like whatever. The thing is, Harris still has to concede. I don't think she's conceded yet. So there's going to be a lot of breaking news here, a lot of changes happening. Or like right here, you can see from the election. From the election, it's going to affect EV vehicles. It's going to, it's just a lot of stuff. So as news gets released and Trump goes on his speech and whatever, there's just gonna be a lot of stuff going on. There's gonna be a lot of people who have specific opinions. There's gonna be different news updates. It's gonna affect the market a lot. So I think right now this might be the range for the day, and price might just stay within this range for today. Otherwise, my guess is that price is not going to come any lower. So if price does break out of this range, I think price will probably climb higher. But the thing is, price has already pushed up 1,000 points since the election happened. So it's already overextended at this point. So I think price will probably just sit within the range for the remaining of the day. Again, there's no ceiling here because today's a really big day. So there's no ceiling here. If price does break the high here and continues to climb up, that could very well happen. I think if you were to lean towards a buy or a sell, I think price would lean up higher. The only problem here is that you're so overbought that you're just overextending yourself at this point. So yeah, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to reach out on Discord. It's 7:40 right now, so I think it's about time to wrap this up. We have about 20 minutes till 8. Not expecting much to happen here. Price will probably just range and consolidate within this middle area from now until then. And then, I guess we'll go from there. So, all right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this up for the day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out, hit me up on Discord. If you guys are interested to take part in the hedge fund, feel free to let me know. Again, you need a minimum of 10,000 of your own cash. I'm not trading any prop accounts. Yeah, if you guys are interested, let me know. I'll add your account to my account here, and then I'll start making money. Otherwise, I think that's about it. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys here tomorrow for the next live session. Yeah, CJ said today was a pretty good day, even though I missed all of that liquidity last night. I know the liquidity is crazy. All the liquidity that we marked up pretty much for the past 2-3 weeks, like they've just been sitting there, and it all got triggered overnight. It pushed up 1,000 points. That's more than you see in like almost a month's trading. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks. Trump's president now, so he's going to get on Twitter and whatnot and post all this crazy stuff. I mean, it is what it is, right? You don't have to like the guy, but if you're a trader, you'll like what he does to the market because he's going to create more volatility as we continue to maneuver for these next 4 years. So next 4 years of trading is going to be fun, I think. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys back here tomorrow for the next.